Hello and good morning, mates. So I'm Pradeep, and today we are going to walk through a powerful topic in the realm of Loki and its integration with the Grafana. So let's get started. Our agenda for today is packed with the valuable insights. We will delve into the difference between Prometheus and Loki, unreveal what exactly Loki is, explore its architecture, understand the seamless installation process of Grafana, Loki, and Prometheus, and then end with an exciting live demonstration. So if you want a logging solution, then this session is for you. And if you want a visualization solution, then this session is for you. And if you want to create an attractive dashboard on Grafana, then this session is for you. So let's start by distinguish between Prometheus and Loki. So guys, there is a term called observability, which includes monitoring, logging, and alerting. So in simple term, monitoring is done by Prometheus and logging is done by Loki. So by the definition, Prometheus, as many of might know, serve as an open source metric monitoring and alerting tool. Its primary function is dedicated to time series monitoring, storing, and querying data related to metrics like CPU and memory uses. So in simple term, Prometheus stores a time series data or metrics like CPU and memory uses, and then provide these metrics as a data store to the Grafana for visualization. Okay. And on the other hand, Loki steps into the scene as an open source log aggregation tool. Its main focus lies in aggregating and storing log data, simplifying the process of searching, filtering, and analyzing log entries. So in simple term, Loki is log aggregation tool which store logs and provide these log as a data store to the Grafana for visualization. But here's an interesting part that they aren't standalone tools. Prometheus and Loki complement each other in the term of observability stack. While Prometheus take charge of metrics and alerting, Loki efficiently manages log data. And yeah, if someone want to know what is Grafana, so Grafana is just a visualization dashboard where you can create your own dashboard. And in simple term, we can say it's just a UI. So I hope your misconception about Prometheus and Loki is resolved. So let's jump into the next slide. So now, what exactly is Loki? It is horizontally scalable, highly available, and multi-tenant log aggregation system, drawing inspiration from Prometheus. Loki stand out due to its cost effectiveness and operational ease. Instead of indexing the content of log, it mainly focuses on indexing labels or metadata from log stream, optimizing the performance and cost. Plus, its configuration and query language is closely aligned with the Prometheus, making it easier for users who are familiar with Prometheus. So now let's take a closer look at Loki's architecture. At its core, Loki consists of three primary components. Imagine a scenario where you have a multiple servers or containers generating a plenty of logs. This is where Prometheus steps in. Prometheus serves as the agent responsible for gathering and sending these log entry to the Loki, our log aggregation system. Prometheus, designed as a log shipping agent, actively tails log file, allowing it to efficiently scrap and send log data to the Loki for storage and indexing. Its role is simply collecting the logs and forward them to Loki, where they are stored for the analysis. And now on to Loki. Loki is a log aggregation system. Loki doesn't index the content of the log. Instead, it indexes labels or metadata associated with the log stream. And how does it receive these logs? Through agent like Promptail. Loki store log data and make it accessible for querying and visualization. So for visualization, That's where Grafana comes into play. Grafana is our visualization tool. It's collaborate with Loki and provide a powerful querying and visualization capabilities. It allows us to create a dashboard and visualize representation of our log data. In whole summary, we can say that Promptel is dedicated agent for responsible for shipping logs to Loki, then Loki which store indexes these logs, then the Grafana with its visualization power, it collaborates with the Loki to present this data in user-friendly and insightful manner. So next step, the installation process. Configuring Grafana, Loki, and Promptail isn't overly complex, but by following a few straightforward steps, one can seamlessly set up these components. So in this PPT, I map the official site URL with this link. So anyone can easily access this link and redirect to the official site. So let's open this link. So yeah, these are the installation process which I'm going to follow through my session. And the so finally, to cap up our session today, I have a engaging live demo. I will showcase the smooth installation process of Grafana, Loki, and Promptail, and then the integration between Grafana, Loki, and Promptail. It will illustrate how these tools work harmoniously to provide real-time insight into the log data and empower efficient troubleshooting and analysis. So let's get started. So before installing these, we need to create a server. And for this, I am using a Amazon account where I'm going to create a EC2 server. So let's give a name to our EC2 server. It will be Grafana. And we are going to use the most famous image Ubuntu. And I'm going to use a T2 medium instance because I'm going to run Docker also and installing Grafana. So I'm using T2 medium. For SSH, we need to create a key, but I already have a key inside my system. I'm using that key and yeah, we are good to go. So yeah, I'm just launching the instance. So just wait for 1 minute as our instance is ready. It's being ready. So yeah, our server comes up, but it is on our checking process. So yeah, our server is running. So first we need to SSH to our server. I'm just using the SSH key in the command. Okay. So yeah, this is my PEM file. I'm using this PEM file to SSH my server. I'm just copy pasting the command to SSH. Yes. Yeah, so we successfully entered into our server and the system is Linux, Ubuntu. So the first command we need to give is, first of all, we need to update our server. The command should be for Ubuntu is apt get update -y. So wait for updating it. And after that, we are going to install Grafana first. So these are some commands. Let me tell you, we are just installing some apt transport HTTPS. It means Grafana is working on some transport layer or packets or we can say API. So this will be needed, and the software properties is needed. And we are also installing wget because we are going to download some files. And to download the file, we just need wget. Okay, I think our server is updated successfully. After that, we are installing our yeah, and wait a minute. Yeah, so we are just adding a key to our server. Yeah, here are two options. Which release you want to install? One is stable and second one is beta. So I'm going with stable release. So yeah, we added the keys. Now we again need to update our server. And now we are going to install our Grafana. So yeah, our Grafana is successfully installed. We just need to start it. So I'm just giving this command. um, Starting my game now. And I'm also enabling the Grafana server. Okay, so let me tell you, Grafana server works on port 3000. And to access this Grafana server, first of all, we need to open some ports, and it is inside security groups. And in the security groups, we need to open port number 3000. Just add a rule, 3000, anywhere, see rules. Yeah, we successfully open the port. So the port is 3000. Yeah, you can see that we successfully installed our Grafana. And to log into, we just doing a hack, just trying with the username and password. It should be admin. Yeah, we just give to a new password. I'm giving this password. Okay, so our Grafana server is up and ready. So let me tell you, this is the home page of Grafana where you can add data sources. This is the dashboard where you can create your own attractive dashboard. And this is explore. Like if you already have a data store and you want to run some query, you can do in the explore section. And now we need to add a data source. So first of all, we go to this page. And yeah, so here you can see that there is a thing, Prometheus and Loki. So Prometheus is simply a monitoring tool. You can clearly see it is a time series database. It means it used for monitoring purpose, and for logging we are using Loki. So we just need to click on this, and we need to give where our Loki is running. But now we haven't installed Loki. So first of all, we need to install Loki. And I'm installing Loki as a container. So first of all, we need to install Docker inside my server. So Docker. So yeah, I'm just installing Docker. Okay, now we are not don't have permission, so we are just adding a user inside the Docker group, and this will be my sudo username. Okay, let's check. Docker PS it is again denying because we need to restart and just exit again access to it. Just check the email. Yeah, we are inside the server, and now we are giving Docker command. So yeah, we have successfully installed our Docker and also added my user inside the Docker group. Okay, now I'm making a directory because we need some configuration file for a locate prompting. So I'm just storing those file into this Grafana configs. Yeah, I'm just going inside this directory. Okay, and now I'm downloading some configuration file which is used by Loki and Promptail. Think I missed something, but okay. Uh, yeah, yeah. So I downloaded the configuration file of Loki. Now I also need to download the configuration file of Promptail. So Promptail config. Yeah. So I successfully downloaded the configuration file of Loki and Promptail. Now what I need to done is I just need to install my Loki as a container. So yeah, this is simply a Docker command which is creating a container. The name of the container is Loki. We are mounting a volume. The volume is a present working directory because we are mounting that configuration file inside the Docker. We are opening the port number 3100 because Loki is working on 3100 port, and we are using this image. This image is present on Docker Hub, I guess. So yeah, Docker container is successfully installed, and you can say it is up and running. Now we need to install our Promptail. I'm also running Promptail as a container. So yeah, both containers are up and running, and we need to check whether Loki is running or not. For this, I'm going to open port number 3100. I'm adding a rule. I'm opening 3100 port number. And this is the port number of Loki. I just need to check. We also need to give a context path whether it is ready or not. So I'm just giving a context path /ready. So yeah, our Loki will be ready in 15 seconds. Just wait for 15 seconds. So yeah, our Loki server is up and running and it's ready. Now we need to add this Loki with our Grafana. So the URL will be the localhost. Some may have question why I'm using localhost, and then just get the config file. What is the one? Yeah, cat loki config. So here I have mentioned the instance will be 127.0.01, and everyone should know that it is a localhost IP. So yeah, I just mapped my loki and just we need to check. Yeah, our loki as a data store is successfully connected, and now we are going to create a Grafana dashboard. So just I'm clicking on, just went to this dashboard section and just create on dashboard and visualization. Create, select your Loki server. This is my default server. And here you can see in the label filters, we can click on job. What are the logs you want to see? Here it's war log. Now just runs query. So, so yeah, here you can see all the logs coming from our server, and you can save, you can give a title name that all logs. Description, you can all log of Grafana server. Just need to apply this. Save this dashboard. It will be all logs. Yeah, so till now, anyone have any questions? Hello. Am
No,
I
Pradeep.
audible? Okay, Dheeraj. I take it as a no. So yeah, we are configuring more things into our Grafana and Loki. So yeah, this is the all server. And if you want to do some custom logs, then you can just edit some file. And the file name is Prometheus logs config file. And you just need to edit this file. Like here are the targets. And if you want to add a new target, you can simply add here. Like for example, we are going to war cd log. Yeah. So mm, 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 like here's a folder named Grafana. If you want to see the logs of the Grafana, there is a file named grafana.log. So we just need to map this path inside a Prometheus config file. So I'm just copy pasting it, and from till I'm just adding a path. So yeah, the target will be localhost, the job name, whatever the job name you want to give, like Grafana logs, Grafana log, Grafana log, and what will be the path? It is in var log Grafana slash logs. So now you are also able to see the logs of the Grafana. Like we have changed the config file, so we need to restart our container. So the name of the container we need to start is Prometheus. So just docker start, and the name of the Docker container, it should be this. Sorry. So yeah, Docker. Yeah, our container is restarted, and now we again go to the dashboard. Now just refresh the page, add a new visualization, and here you are going to see a new job, which is Grafana logs. So this means you are able to see all the logs generated by Grafana. So I just running this query. So yeah, you are also able to see all the logs which are generated by Grafana. You can also add this in the dashboard named, we can see Grafana logs, apply. You can manage where you want, like these are all the logs. These are the Grafana logs. If you want to add more, like if you want to see some Nginx logs, so just first of all install sudo apt get get install Nginx. So yeah, we just installed the Nginx, and if you want to see all the logs of Nginx, just map that log folder inside the promptel config file. So we are just going inside cd var log ls cd. This is the folder named Nginx. Nginx. This contain log file which are access log and error logs. So let me check you what is inside the error log. So there is a simple one line using a related circuit. And if you want to check the access log, so there is nothing inside the access log. But even if you want to map this, sorry, if you want to see the logs of the Nginx, we just need to map this location inside a promptel config file. So I'm just again vi prompt again editing this file as a we are going to use path of the Nginx. Yeah, it will be the same. We are again creating a new job. We can give our custom name. I am giving Nginx logs, and the directory should be Nginx. Nginx. Okay, I'm just saving this config file. Again, we need to start the container. The promptel container. So I'm just restarting it. So yeah, you can say that see here that our promptel container is restarted. And to view the changes, we again need to refresh this dashboard. You just need to select the job and whatever the name we have mentioned in the promptel config file. So these are Nginx log. You just need to run query, open visualization. So yeah, this is the simple log which is mentioned in Nginx right now. You can give a title that engine X logs just apply, see the dashboard, see it. This is all logs. We also need to add the Grafana logs. You can add here on my query. Don't forget to save this because earlier I haven't saved, so the changes are gone. Save it. Okay, now moving forward. Like if you want to check all the logs of Nginx inside the whole logs, we are just going into the var logs. And if you want to check all the logs of Nginx, just type by in the filter name Nginx, and you can add some operations like how many times Nginx come, run a query, just check like this. So yeah, here you can say that Nginx come in which files, varlog auth, varlog dpkg, varlog syslogs, varlog and ubuntu. And if you also want to set this Nginx read, you can also add this inside our dashboard. So yeah, if you also want to know how many times errors comes inside my whole logs, just select the labels and just type the your key like error, add the operation. I will be adding aggregation sum. It will show how many times the error comes. I run a query like what type function you want. I'm using this. You can also change the colors. Just give say so yeah, here you can create your own attractive dashboard like I have created. One is it is showing all the logs. One is showing Nginx log. One is showing Grafana log. One is showing how many times errors come into my server. One is showing how many times Nginx word is coming inside from our logs. So, in conclusion, our today's journey through Loki and Grafana will illuminate the importance of log aggregation, the synergy between Prometheus and Loki's and observability stack, and the simplicity of integrating these tools for a comprehensive monitoring and analysis team. Uh, so, yeah, thank you for your attention. And further ado, I am ending this session. Once again, thank you, everyone. Yeah, that's it from my side. And if anyone have any question, then they can ask me right here. And although Himanshu is going to share the PPT, so if anyone to follow my session and anyone want to install these tools, then I have mentioned the official sites inside my PPT. You can click on that link and you just reach to the official site. You can follow these simple steps and you can just good to go to set up Loki and Grafana. So yeah, that's it from my side to all. And yeah.
Thank you, Pradeep. Yes, I would be sharing the PPT to all the participants. And by this time, I would like to inquire if someone is having any queries, then feel free to reach out to Pradeep right now to get them answered. If not, then you can always reach out to Pradeep on Teams later on. Fine, fine. With this, considering the silence, I'll take it as a no, and we are good to wrap up from here. So thank you, Pradeep, and thank you to the all audience for attending this session.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you, Manchu.